Hey everybody, this is Christian Horner. I'm one of your technology integration specialists for the school corporation, and I just want to take you in and introduce you to Discovery Education. We're going to make a series of videos here that will be short, sweet, to the point. We'd just like to show you some of the things that you'll be able to do and how the Discovery Education platform actually works. To get there, you can use the link discoveryeducation.com. If you just type that into the URL bar here at the top and then hit enter, this page should come up. And at that point, you're going to want to click Login. We will have login through Google, and so you'll be able to do that. I've gone ahead and set it so that when I go to the website, it automatically takes me in. So I'm already signed in. You'll notice that you'll have several things across the top. You'll have your classroom, your content, quizzes, something called Studio, the assessment builder, something new called Explore. You can check things out by standard, and then there are some educator supports. You won't see the admin dashboard. That's just something that I've got on mine. In the curriculum packs, you're going to notice you'll see Science TechBook. You'll see something called Mystery Science, and they've given us access to the Social Studies TechBook. You'll see anything that you've recently viewed, so that's pretty easy to do. Just write straight across here, and then they also include some cool little things. For example, they have some top news stories, and these are all up to date, so you'll be able to take a look at those, as well as some educator supports, some things about some channels down at the bottom, and then that is about what you'll see. So what I'd like to start with is just going into the Science TechBook. So Dr. Hoover did put the purchase order in, and we've received the actual physical paper books, but along with that, you and your students have access to the TechBooks themselves. All you have to do is make sure that you go to whatever grade level you are at. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Indiana grade 4. And when I do that, there are certain, just tabs here that you'll see for each one of the units. So for Indiana grade 4, there are units. Unit 1 is on car crashes and covers the standards from Indiana for that unit, as well as energy resources, the relentless Earth and Earth-changing surface, and waves in action with earthquakes, and then finally senses and survival with animal communication. If you go into a unit, so for example, let's go into energy resources, and you say view unit, you'll see that there are different concepts. So the first concept here is 2.1, and it's devices and energy. Second one is concept 2.2 about fuels. Then it goes through all of the different concepts that are linked to the Indiana state standards. If you click on the first concept, so we're going to look at concept 2.1, this is the setup for each one of the different grade levels for each one of the units. And so we're looking at this first concept. Couple things that you can kind of take a look at when you have some time. There's always an intro that you can go through and start your kids with if you want to. And you'll notice that there are also some teacher planning resources, as well as some vocab strategies, different things that you can do, as well as some Spanish cognates, key vocab, and then the actual standards that will be covered. You don't necessarily want your students to see all this, and so down on the bottom right, you'll notice there is a teacher view that you can turn on and off. So I'm going to turn off the teacher view, and when I do that, you'll notice that this is a lot shorter. We no longer have some of those links that we were seeing before. If I turn that back on, those links will come back up. The next tab is the Wonder tab, and you'll see that all the activities are numbered. So there's this first activity. This one is a Can You Explain, and the actual pages in the paper book are listed in a PDF document here. So you can open that up. It'll open up in a new tab, and then this would be the student edition. Students also could use this, so if you want them to go through and do that, you sure can. And they can also listen to the program actually read to them. So if they have some difficulties there, we can do that.
From the sun power and electric toaster.
So students are able to do that. If you want to go back, we can just close this tab, and then you can look at each one of these different activities. So by activity, they're not talking about hands-on activities unless it says hands-on activity. So really there are a lot of paper things here as you go through. The hands-on activities typically occur in the Learn and the Share tabs. So I'm going to go to a Learn tab, and there is the first hands-on activity. So in the next video, we'll start talking a little bit about the hands activities.